Why? Alberta, why did you change your name from AINP to AI, AAIP? Why would you do that? Why was there a need to do it? But they have done it. So here are the ground rules of this video. I will be sharing in this video things like uh, how you can apply for Alberta PNP program, what are the recent changes, and how you can become eligible, or what is the eligibility for AINP. And whatever I talk about in this video is going to be that is officially available on Alberta PNP website as well. So nothing is coming out of my mouth without prior experience, without having evidence of following Canadian immigration, following Alberta Immigrant Nominee Program. All right, so their new name is Alberta Advantage Immigration Program, that is AAIP. Now, many people are going to confuse it with the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program because that is called AIP. Now, Alberta is called AAIP. All right. So this was the change. No need for that change, not at all. But the program has not changed. They conduct regular draws. In fact, on February 1st, they held a draw. They invited 400 candidates. All right. Now, talking more about that draw, or why people who were above the CRS range of 340, why were they not selected? Um, First of all, Alberta invited 400 people. And if you calculate the CRS pool, the people that are above 340, the selected range of Alberta, you would find that there are like 100,000 people above that CRS range. Then why were those people not selected and only 400 people were selected? Well, I don't know either, because Alberta keeps it to itself. Alberta is a discrete program, and it is one of those PNP programs which I call the luck based PNP programs, not the knock based PNP programs, not the CRS based PNP programs, but rather the luck based PNP program. But there are some eligibility factors, if you have them on your side, that I will later discuss in this video. Then you will get a nomination, inshallah. Okay, so how do you apply for Alberta? Let's first discuss that, because that's everybody's favorite PNP program. Why? Because it is easy. Everybody thinks it's easy, but maybe the fact or the reality is different from what everybody tells you. All right. So, how do you apply for Alberta? Basically, you don't apply. You create your express entry profile. Okay, if you're eligible for express entry, if you are meeting the minimum eligibility points for the 67 minimum eligibility points for express entry, and you are in the pool after having your ECA, after having your IELTS, after defining your knock code, if you're in the pool, then you're automatically applying for Alberta as well. Okay, because Alberta Advantage Immigrant Program, AAIP, is basically linked with your express entry profile. It is basically linked with the express entry pool. Alberta has the access, and they will select their candidates to whom they are going to invite for Albertian nomination through the express entry pool. So they have the back numbers. Okay. Now let's talk about the eligibility factors. Okay. So, eligibility factors, first of all, know this, that it is mentioned on Alberta website that if you have these factors on your side, then the chances of selection are increased. But still, every now and then, a person comes up, and even many subscribers, they come up and they say that they didn't have these factors on their side, but still they got a nomination from Alberta. So there is a chance. As I said, it is a luck based PNP program. Okay, so first of all, you need to have number one point, you need to have past work experience from Alberta, or you need to have a job offer LMI approved, because then it will be shown in your expression profile. Or if you have a job offer from Alberta, the chances, then you can apply for the tech pathway as well. By the way, for that, I have already made a video if your knock falls into those. But if you don't have a job offer, but you have completed work experience in Alberta, or if you're currently working in Alberta, so then that is one eligibility factor. Okay. Secondly, if you have completed your studies, uh, and now they say that if you have completed post-secondary education in Canada, then you have a chance. Now there are 500,000 people who have completed their studies in Canada. Okay, so Alberta is not going to invite all of them, but they didn't mention that education inside Alberta increases chances. But it is, um, well, I will assume that it is the case, right? But their website says post-secondary education in Canada makes you increases your chances to get selected, right? Another thing, third thing, is that you need to have a direct blood relative, your parents, your brother, your sister, or your son or your daughter. Okay, so if you have these relatives living in Alberta as a PR, then chances are increased. Okay, these are the three factors, right? Number four factor is that if French language is your first language, okay, so if French is your first language, then you can get yourself selected through Alberta, because the chances will be increased. And why not? Everybody, every PNP program in Canada is basically preferring French candidates. So more reasons for you to learn French language, because if you learn that language, there are many pathways, especially Quebec, especially Saskatchewan, especially now Alberta. Now this is a recent update, right? That French is your first language, then you get better chances for getting selected by Alberta. Well, these were the eligibility points, and I would like to discuss a couple of more things. Okay, so if you're in the pool and you have a CRS range of at least 300, then you're eligible for AINP. If you're, sorry, AAIP. If your score is below 300, then you're not eligible. That's one thing. Another thing, that if you did not select Alberta, or if you did not select all provinces as your intended province, then you're not eligible. So you have to either select Alberta or select all provinces, then you will be eligible for this program. Okay, so these are the 2 points. Then yeah, your if your profile is expiring, if your express profile is expiring within 5 months, okay, then the chances are decreased. Yeah, so the first 7 months of your express entry profile, you have chances, but after that, your chances decrease. Okay, I wanted this video to be a comprehensive video. That is why I'm giving out all of these points, right? So another point is that if your knock code is in the excluded knock list, and mind you, AINP does not give you an excluded list. Rather, there is an excluded list for Alberta Opportunity Stream. And also, there is a list available on the Alberta website about the knock codes that are refused to process an LMIA. Okay, so I have made a video on knocks that are excluded for Alberta, so you can watch that. Okay, um, yeah, if the knock code is on the high wage, low wage occupation list, that is also shared in that excluded knock list. And if your knock has high submissions across all Alberta Advance, no, Alberta Advantage Immigrant Program. Who is going to remember that? I mean, why did they change the name in the first place? Well, anyhow, so these were some points that are against you, but still, people, get selected. I know people, I know a lab technician who got selected at 392 CRS. I know a civil engineer who got selected at 478 CRS. So you see, there is no particular certain way to answer this question that if you have a chance for Alberta or not. Everybody is eligible who is above this CRS range of 300. Everybody is eligible. And that is why people get hooked. Now, if you ask me in this video's comments that I have this knock, I have this CRS, what are my chances? Well, I can't say anything because I guess I made my case clear, and now I leave that with you, okay, so that you can decide yourself. But keep in mind, you never know when Alberta selects you. So, like, I cannot say that you don't have a chance for Alberta. I cannot say that, nor I can say that you have a chance for Alberta. So, I hope this video incited you, and you have now the complete understanding of the Alberta Advantage Immigrant Program. All right. My apologies. This is Alif Takhar, and I'm wishing you guys all the best.